Hello and welcome to Round Glass. I'm Leah Cullis and I'm your guide for our session today. In today's class, we are going to be working with triangle pose, trikonasana, one of my personal favorites. So trikonasana is a pose that is expansive. It expands the body in all directions while strengthening the legs, so developing deep roots, and also it helps to stretch and open up the chest, the shoulders, and the spine. So let's get started. I'll give you an overview of how today's class will go. We'll begin in a very short and simple meditation. So if you have your props, bring them close and take your seat on one of your props. It's always helpful to lift your seat up higher than your knees while we're meditating. Then keep your props close because we'll end in a short meditation as well. In the middle, we'll be breaking down different variations and playing with triangle. So let's get started. Go ahead and come into your comfortable seat and then take a mudra of your choice. I like to ground my palms on my thighs to really get into my grounded energy, to take my energy down from my head and into my body. So you can join me there. Palms to thighs, then lift your heart and the top of your head high, then close your eyes. Gently seal your lips and begin to watch your breath. In Vinyasa yoga, we create a flow with the union of breath and body. So take a few moments to turn your attention inward and study the pace and depth of your natural breath. And now bring your hands to heart center. With your hands united in prayer, Anjali Mudra. Set your intention for your practice today. When we align with and infuse an intention into every breath and every pose, we amplify the energy of our yoga practice. With our intention set, let's unite with a deep breath in. An open mouth exhale. Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands to your thighs. Open your eyes and lift your gaze. Okay, yogis, we'll start off in child's pose, balasana. Now, child's pose is a resting pose that you can come to at any time during your practice. If you ever feel like you need just a simple moment to rest or to reconnect with your breath. So let's set that up. For child's pose, touch your big toes together at the back of your mat, and then spread your knees nice and wide. Give yourself enough room to lay your ribs down between your thighs. When you have your legs set, then crawl your hands forward and rest your third eye, your forehead, onto the ground. Keep a soft bend in your elbows. Also, if the ground isn't available, you can use one of your pillows or your blocks to support your third eye. So with a soft bend in your elbows, allow your whole body to be at rest. Similar to meditation at the beginning of our practice, notice how your breath is expanding into your body. So as you breathe in, fill your back and side ribs with breath. And as you breathe out, lift your low belly up and in. As we add on the poses, we amplify both sides of the breath, expanding on each inhale and grounding, turning in, pulling the energy inward with each exhale. When you're ready, rise on up to tabletop pose, so all fours. In tabletop, we want to stack the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. You can tuck your toes under for a little more support. On your inhale, drop your belly down, tip your tail high, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back and look up. With your exhale, press the earth away, tuck your chin towards your chest, really hug your low belly up and in. Inhale, open up your front body, lift your gaze, and exhale, hug inward as you ground through your knees and your hands. 3 more rounds at the rhythm of your breath. Breathing in and out of your nose using your Ujjayi pranayama to create the pathway for your body to flow. Flow into the poses. On your next cow pose, let's pause and stay here. With your toes tucked under, now hover your knees slightly. Keep the expansive quality across your chest. Press into your hands. Lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Now this is likely a short down dog, so walk your feet back about 6 inches or your hands forward. Let your head drop and your gaze settle between your heels. Even shake out your head. Yeah, shake off the dust from the night before and just come into the possibilities of your body with the beginning of a new day and with each conscious breath. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg high. On your exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. And then inhale, peel your right arm open to the sky. Create a long line from the earth to the heavens, straight through your heart. Using your body as a metaphor to open up and invite in new energy. And with your exhale, sweep your top arm forward, reground through your palm, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high, and then step to your left thumb. Dragonfly twist. Inhale, left arm up and open. Hear and feel your breath here as you hold the pose, and look for the opportunities to lengthen with each inhale, and pull your low belly up and in with each exhale. Next inhale, sweep your top arm up and around, ground your palms, downward facing dog. Now this time, roll forward into high plank pose. Lower your right knee down to the earth, so right knee underneath your right hip point. Look to your left foot, spin your left heel to the mat, left hand to your left hip, so modified side plank. Now stay with me here. Look to your back foot, collapse your inner arch in, so lift the pinky toe edge of your foot up. Notice how you feel in your body now. And then do the opposite. Really ground through the knife edge of your foot, lift your inner arch up. Do you feel that anchoring? Take from the roots, now pull energy into your core, extend your heart away from your hips, lean your heart back slightly. Option to expand your left arm high. This is another look at triangle pose. Triangle pose is all about grounding and expanding from the earth. Look to the mat, left hand down, step back, high plank pose, stay with me here. Switch sides, left knee down to the ground, dial your right heel down, right hand to your hip. Set your gaze to your back foot and play with collapsing your ankle and then really grounding down through the pinky toe edge of your foot. From the earth, pull the energy up to your core, through your heart, lean back. Option to reach your right arm high. Exhale, look to the ground, downward facing dog. Nice work, yogis. Next inhale, look forward, bend your knees a lot. Step or walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Separate your feet to hip distance. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the bend in your knees, ragdoll. So in ragdoll, the legs are supporting the release through the whole spine, the length through the whole spine. So notice if your legs are straight and you've got some distance between your chest and your legs, try bending your knees to open up more spaciousness in your low back. Then use the weight of your head to traction open your whole spine. Ground your fingertips to the earth. Dig your heels down into your mat and slowly roll one vertebra at a time up to stand, up to Tadasana. Palms face forward in mighty mountain pose. Then bring your hands to heart center. With your gaze set at your fingertips, remember your intention for your practice. Remember what brought you onto your mat today. And remind yourself of how you want to feel. And let this practice be an honoring of what's most important to you. A ritual of self-care. All right, yogis, take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Lift your gaze to the horizon line. Staying in Tadasana Pose, hands by your sides. Extend your arms back behind you. Interlace your 10 fingers. We'll open up the chest in mountain pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back so you broaden across your clavicles. And then straighten your arms to your degree. If this isn't available this morning, you can always grab opposite elbows. All right, now bend your knees a little bit. Dig down into the earth, so develop your roots. Now slide your tailbone down, zip up your low belly. Use your whole lower body to lift up through your heart. Maybe even take it into a standing back bend. Keep the bind, bend your knees, hinge at your hips. Forward fold with a bind. Bend your knees a little bit more. See if you can drop your head lower towards the earth. And very gracefully bend your elbows, release, hands to the mat. Halfway lift, slide your palms to your shins. Plant your hands, step back, high plank pose. We'll move through our first vinyasa together. Option to go high plank to Chaturanga, or set your knees down to the ground, gaze slightly forward. With your exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, low cobra or up dog. With low cobra, your whole front body is supported by the earth. Lift your head and your heart. Exhale, slide back through child's pose or shift right into downward facing dog. You choose, yogis. We'll do that again at the rhythm of 1 breath per movement, honoring the energy of the sun through sun salutation A, warming the body and preparing us to go deeper. Next inhale, look forward, bend your knees, step, walk, or hop, feet to your hands. Slide your palms to your shins, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Release your hands by your sides. Bind at your back. Inhale, open across your chest and straighten your arms. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Release your bind, palms to shins, half lift, gazes to the earth. Plant your hands and move through your vinyasa. You can always take the vinyasas out, depending on your needs and goals for your practice. Okay, next inhale, sweep your right leg high. On your exhale, tap your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, kick up and back. Listen carefully. Exhale, tap your left tricep. Keep the connection. Kick your right foot beyond your left wrist. Then inhale, left arm high. So this is a fusion of side plank and triangle. The pose is called fallen triangle. So really press down through both feet. Reach your left arm up. And you can play with this variation of triangle. Let it feel good, yogis. Gaze down to the earth. Ground your left palm. Pop your left heel up. Zip up your low belly. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower down. We'll do the other side together. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, tap your left arm. Squeeze your obliques. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, cross, make the connection, then kick out. Inhale, fallen triangle. So with firm roots and strong legs, now wrap both hip points up towards the sky. Let your heart shine up and open. Look to the earth. Right hand down, stay with it, zip up your core. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower your foot down. Next inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Make your way up to the top of your mat. This time, let's touch our big toes together. Slide palms to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Draw your hands to heart center. So prepping for triangle pose, develop the strength through your legs. So dig down through your heels, from your feet, lift the earth's energy up to your core. Hands at heart. Inhale from your hips, lift up through your heart. Keep the space. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hook your left arm over your right thigh and pump your breath. Never forcing anything, just giving your spine a rotation to warm up, to open up, to invite in new energy. And exhale, forward fold. Separate your feet to hip distance. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. On your inhale, shoot your heart forward, get long through your side ribs. And exhale, pull yourself down to the ground. Let your head drop. If it feels good, you can even shake out your jaw. Release your big toes, tense your fingertips on the earth, step your feet back together. Inhale, bend your knees, lengthen your spine, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Gather your power into your core. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Get specific with your breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist other direction. Hear and feel your breath. With each inhale, get longer from your hips through your heart. And every exhale, pump your belly back. Release, forward fold. Separate your feet to hip distance again. This time, walk on your palms, gorilla pose. So the pressure of your feet will help open up the tops of your wrists. Half lift. Exhale, fold again. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. Let your neck get long. And release. Ground your palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. Steady your breath and steady your gaze here. Take a moment to check in and tune in. And notice how your body, how your mind, and how your heart are responding to your practice so far. Next, inhale, sweep your right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot to your right thumb. Spin your left heel down. Look at your back foot. Lift your inner arch up and ground the pinky toe edge of your foot even more. Grow your roots deep. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your arms, warrior one. Exhale, hands to heart center. Turn your heart to the left side of your mat, warrior two. Now expand your wings wide. Notice, can you go deeper into your front leg? Set your drishti, your gaze, right over your front middle finger. As you get specific with your gaze, your nervous system has the opportunity to settle down. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Keep the depth in your front leg, extended side angle. Left hand to your hip. All right, take a moment, look at your back foot. Can you root down the knife edge of your foot even more? Lift your inner arch. Power up your back leg. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and look up over your top shoulder. Keep your breath deep, rhythmic. Legs stay the same. Inhale, reverse your warrior, sweep your right arm up and back. Exhale, Vinyasa flow, or simply step back to down dog. Pause here, set your gaze. Allow your breath to steady. And tune in and notice the difference between your two sides. Let's build on the left. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step to your left thumb. Spin your back heel down. Grow your roots. Inhale, rise. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Then exhale, hands through heart center, warrior 2. Spark your fingers out wide. These are direct extensions from your heart. So the more you engage through your arms, the more you create pathways for your heart energy to flow through you and for you. Then settle deep into your legs. Squeeze your heels towards one another. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. You can always reach your top arm long or keep your hands at your hip as we're exploring the power and the strength. Also the stretch that comes from really focusing on your roots and your legs. Lean your heart back slightly. Reverse your warrior, next inhale. Exhale, Vinyasa flow. All right, yogis, we'll add on to that sequence. We'll move one breath, one movement through our warriors, and then we'll transition into triangle pose, trikonasana. Deep breath in, full breath out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step to your right thumb. Seal your back foot down. Inhale, rise. And exhale, open up. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Listen carefully. Straighten your front leg. So from your right toes all the way up through your right hip crease, then one more line of energy through your right hand. Lengthen the line of energy. Good, now hinge forward at your hip. Right hand down to the earth or a block. So we want 3 points on solid earth today. This is part of the reason why I love working with blocks, because you can lift the earth up to you. Keep your left hand on your hip. Now play with not engaging your feet. Okay, now really press down through all four corners of your feet. Do you feel the difference? Focus without looking on sealing the knife edge of your left foot down to the ground. Lift your inner arch. Take that energy to lean your heart back. Expand your top arm open. Beautiful. Okay, stay with me here. Zip up your low belly. Now top arm over your head. Try it out. Core strengthening. Float your bottom arm up. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Rise up to stand. Grab your hips. Spin your right toes in. We'll set up for wide forward fold. First, we'll begin with our hands on our hips. Roll your shoulders up and back. Continue to open up across your chest. Big breath in, look up. Exhale, pour forward and fold. Fingertips on the earth or palms flat. You can use the gripping of your hands to draw your head closer towards the earth. Then lift your shoulders away from your ears. Deep, full breaths, yogis. This is another variation of a grounding posture. We develop strength and stretching through the legs while we release and open up the whole spine. Press down through your feet. Grab your hips. Inhale, rise to stand. Nice work. Okay, so traditionally in Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga, the roots practice for Vinyasa Yoga, we do 4 variations of this wide forward fold. So for next one, we'll keep our hands on our hips. Roll your shoulders up and back. Pop your elbows behind you. Big inhale here. Exhale, pour forward and fold. Let your head drop. Play with the strength you've been building all through class through your feet. Dig down through your heels. Press into the knife edges of your feet. And inhale, rise on up. Nice work. We're going to stay here facing this side of the mat. Pivot your left toes to the back of your mat. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Heart open, hips open, legs strong. Hear your breath. Now flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Straighten your front leg. Stay with me. Hinge forward, get long, reach beyond the top edge of your mat. Left hand down, right hand to your hip. With your awareness, your body awareness, seal the pinky edge of your back foot to the earth. Lift your inner arch. Power up your back leg, and now lean your heart back behind you. We'll play with some core strengthening. Option to keep your top hand on your hip. Float your bottom hand up and hold for 3, 2, 1. Rise on up. Nice work, yogis. Hands to hips. Spin so all 10 toes are facing the left edge of your mat. This time we'll bind at the back. So interlace your 10 fingers or catch opposite elbows. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, straighten your arms, lift your gaze. Keep the length through your spine. Exhale, forward fold with an arm bind. Pump your breath. So every exhale, lift your low belly up and in to harness the strength from your legs and create more expansiveness through your spine across your chest. Bend your elbows, catch your hips. Inhale, rise on up. Nice work. Okay, last variation, arms out wide. Exhale, Dive down, swan dive, until you grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Catch both big toes, inhale, half lift. Exhale, now pull yourself down, drop your head, pop your elbows out wide. Palm to your breath, yogis. You see the similarities in the wide straddle as we harness the power from triangle pose, trikonasana. Next inhale, come into a halfway lift. Catch your hips, rise on up. Nice work. Okay, we'll turn to warrior one at the top edge of the mat. Both arms up. Exhale, vinyasa, or simply step back to down dog. Almost there, yogis. A little bit more core strengthening, and then we'll go into our finishing postures and meditation. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Okay, stay with me. Exhale, tap your left arm. Option for fallen triangle, or you can keep your left hand to your hip and play with some core strengthening. See if you can float your left foot up. Then place your left or right foot down on the ground. Sit down onto the earth. We'll come into a wide straddle forward fold and bow over the left leg facing the back edge of the mat. Exhale, fold inward. Don't worry about how it looks, go for how it feels. Maintain the strength through your legs, the extension through your spine, and drop your head. Next inhale, lift your gaze beyond your toes. Inhale, rainbow your arms up and around. Ground your palms, and just feather your right leg up. We'll switch sides. I'm going to turn to face this way for our final core strengthening and fold. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, cross, tap your right arm. Kick out for your fallen triangle. And then play with it. Notice, does it feel good to lift your foot up? Can you kick your foot forward? Or are you ready to sit down? Whatever works for you, you always have a choice in your yoga practice. It's your time for self-care. Bow over your right leg. Just a couple breaths here to get deeper into the hamstrings. You've been warming them all through class through our leg-focused practice. Inhale, rise on up. Nice work, yogis. Okay, a couple options here. If you want a traditional Shavasana, go ahead and lay down now. If you're ready to come into a seated meditation, join me. So grab your block and take your seat. I like to sit with ankles crossed, palms to the thighs. Traditionally, asana practice, so the physical postures, were designed to shed the excess energy through the body so that we can become more still and focused in our meditation. So let's see the benefits we've created after our practice as we take our seats. Palms to thighs, sit up nice and tall, close your eyes. And allow yourself to stay focused on your breath as you listen for any insights or results from your physical practice today. Use your inner listening, the listening from sensation in your body. Listening to the depth in your breath. And listening for the opportunities, the openings, and the possibilities that are ripe for you now. If you're in Shavasana, please make your way up to a seat. And we'll all meet with hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra, sealing our practice the way we began. Take a moment to name something that you're grateful for. And amplify this energy of gratitude as you move off your mat and into your day. Let's seal our intentions and the power of our practice together with one Om. Take a deep breath in. Lift your prayer hands up to your third eye. Bowing, together we say, Namaste. Thank you, yogis. I'm Leah Cullis. It's been an honor to practice with you today. Please join us for more yoga and meditation at Round Dot Class or on our app. See you soon.